Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 12, 2024. And in the news this evening, 3-year-old among 4 killed in suspected firebombing in Central Village. 4 people, including a 3-year-old child, burned to death in their home in Central Village, St. Catherine, Tuesday morning after it was reportedly firebombed. Information reaching the news is that the house was set ablaze sometime after 1 a.m. by unknown assailants, killing a mother, her 2 daughters, and her 3-year-old grandson. Residents in the area reportedly heard screams coming from the house where the incident happened. The identities of the deceased have not been released. This is the second suspected firebombing incident in Central Village in the last 24 hours. On Wednesday, a man was killed and his home set ablaze. 2 vehicles shot up as a Greenhill gang conflict escalates. 2 vehicles were shot up by bike-riding thugs along the Crowder Main Road in Westmoreland Tuesday morning as the gang conflict continued to escalate in the Greenhill area of the parish. Deputy Superintendent of Police Dean Watson confirmed that the incident happened at around 10 a.m. and that no one was injured. The area has been tense over the last couple of days. The police are trying their best to restore law and order by deploying additional resources to the area. There are long-standing feuds, gang-related activities, people fighting for township and the territory. Presently, we are doing an assessment of the ongoing violence and we are in the affected areas working towards a return to normalcy, Watson told the news. The ongoing gang violence claimed 5 lives in the past week, and the residents, especially in the Belle Isle section of the community, the reported stronghold of the King Valley gang, are running scared. Residents who live in Crowder, the alleged home turf of the Answer Posse, are similarly concerned. The 2 gangs reportedly have been engaged in a heated conflict. 3 men were murdered on Saturday as marauding gangsters invaded a section of the Greenhill community. On Sunday, Shaquille Forrest was killed in Little London, and on Monday, 25-year-old Norman Shortman Backridon was riding his motorcycle in the vicinity of Belle Isle Road when he was ambushed and shot multiple times. Greenhill Primary dismissed after gunmen reportedly threatened to shoot up a school. Parents were sent scampering as they grabbed their children from the Greenhill Primary School in Westmoreland after it was alleged that a gunman threatened to shoot up the institution on Tuesday morning. Speaking with the news, the principal of the institution, Clayton Smith, described the event as a déjà vu as he recalled a similar incident in 2016. Smith said the police confirmed that there was a threat placed on the school, so parents were alerted. Parents were very anxious. Parents were very disturbed. Some were careful and they decided that they were not taking any chance, and so they picked up the children in haste. They came in droves and picked them up in quick time, Smith said. The headmaster said the school began promptly at 8 a.m., but by 9 a.m. the school was practically empty. The police were contacted. The police in fact indicated that the threat is real and there has been sporadic gunfire in the community during the time when the police were coming to the school, Smith told the news. He also revealed that the police and the military escorted the remaining children to a place of safety. Meanwhile, the news understands that 2 vehicles were shot up in the community Tuesday morning. Smith confirmed that a student and a parent were in one of the vehicles. The police and military presence has increased in the Greenhill space. JLP and the PNP supporters clash at the swearing-in of KSAMC councillors. Chaos today broke out between supporters of the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party during the swearing-in of councillors of the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Deputy Superintendent of Police Yukol Francis told the news that mayhem ensued after PNP supporters tried to block the view of JLP supporters who were watching the proceedings along Church Street. No one was injured. On the inside, the PNP's Andrew Swaby was sworn in as the corporation's chairman and the new mayor of Kingston, who pledged a bipartisan approach to the operations of the local authority. This KSAMC administration is committed to transparency and believes in open, unbiased dialogue with all stakeholders. As a local authority, we have an obligation to the people we serve to account to them for the way we spend their resources and to ensure it is for their benefit, he said. Swaby is the councillor for the Vineyard Town Division. The JLP's Delroy Williams, councillor for the Steve Wright Division and immediate past Kingston mayor, was sworn in as a deputy mayor. 38 other councillors from both political parties also took the oath of office, bringing an end to the contention in the KSAMC resulting from the tie in the local government elections. Swaby, in his address, stated that the next 3 months will be used to meet with various stakeholders to outline how the municipality will tackle issues of garbage collection, street lights, water woes, roads, the condition of markets, and building and planning. He also committed to hosting quarterly town halls and press briefings to provide updates on the work of the municipal corporation. Security guard killed during robbery at a Cambio in Ocho Rios. Police detectives are probing the fatal shooting of a security guard during a robbery at a Cambio in Ocho Rios, St. Anne on Monday afternoon. 2 other persons, including a 9-year-old student, were shot and wounded during the incident, which took place at Evergreen Cambio along Main Street. The deceased has been identified as Harold Bailey, 51, a security guard of a Mountain View address in Kingston. He was employed to secure security services. The police say about 5:40 p.m., Bailey was on duty at the Cambio when a white Toyota Probox motor car registered 0354GH drove up and stopped at the entrance to the Cambio. 2 men, both armed with guns, got out of the car and opened fire, hitting the security guard. They then opened fire on the owner of the Cambio, hitting him several times, and proceeded to rob him of 2 bags containing cash. The gunmen also took the guard's Taurus .38 revolver before driving off towards Milford Road. After the shooting, the 9-year-old who was in the vicinity was found to be suffering from a gunshot wound to his upper arm. The injured persons were rushed to a hospital where they were admitted. The police are appealing to anyone with information about the crime to contact the Ocho Rios police or any of the police's confidential telephone numbers. Political representatives visit Central Village following quadruple killing. Elected political representatives on Tuesday afternoon visited the community known as Compound in Central Village, St. Catherine, following the murders of 4 members of a family. The bodies of a woman, her 2 daughters, one aged 13, and her 4-year-old grandson were discovered in a house on First Avenue. The news was informed that about 1:30 a.m. Tuesday, explosions were heard and shortly after, fire was seen coming from the 3-bedroom house. 3 of the bodies were found on the veranda and the 4th in a bathroom. The police say 3 of the deceased were burnt beyond recognition, so the case of death will be determined by post-mortem examination. The 4th person is believed to have died from smoke inhalation. Denise Daly, Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Eastern, was almost at a loss for words at what she described as a lack of respect for life and property by those who carried out the pre-dawn attack. Calling the act barbaric, she lamented that a 4-year-old and a 13-year-old were among those killed.
A 4-year-old, a 13-year-old, and adults? Come on, man. I mean, it becomes, I think something will become barbaric. I mean, this is no, I don't know how to describe this. And I hope whosoever and wherever they are right now, they recognize that we are coming. We are not going to stop until we get Compound in peace and unity and to obey law. Because this cannot continue. It cannot continue like this. And I am not going to preside over our constituency with so much lawlessness. And we need to stop, keep on badgering this political violence, because we will never get to the root of violence if we continue to make it appear as if there is a political linkages. Now they have turf war, they have gang wars, and that is how they are operating now. They want their turf, they want their own gangs, and people feel that they want to break away from here to go over there, and that is what is causing the problems.
Councillor for the Greendale Division, Spanish Town Mayor Norman Scott, also visited the area. First, the avenue in Central Village was featured in 2 other violent attacks on Monday morning. A man was fatally shot and his house firebombed, and a woman was shot and wounded while sitting outside her house. Assistant Commissioner Gary Griffiths, commanding officer for the Area 5 Police, said that there is no confirmation that the incidents are linked, but investigations continue. The police are appealing to citizens to come forward with any information to assist the investigations.
We can place on record exactly what took place this morning. Just to say that about 1:30, men would have descended on the home, and a short while after, there was a fire. Police responded and they came and found, as I said before, 4 persons dead, 3 burned beyond recognition, and the 4th would have suffered from what would have been a smoke inhalation. Yes, there has been some activities. Back yesterday we had a murder and shooting and also an arson. Well, so far we are unable to connect both. We're working on theory that both could be connected, but we are yet to put those pieces together. Of course, as you know, the investigation is in its embryonic stage, so we are working on that. But as a response, we have mobilized additional resources, JSAP, and we'll be assisted by the JDF.